What happened?
Hey,
Barit.
Barit. Look, I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I forgot you're here.
Hey modelers, Frank here with Galactic Modeler lighting systems for spaceships, ships, cars, tanks, just about everything you want to light, we've got the system. Anyway, today we're looking at the Guardians of the Galaxy Star-Lord's Milano, named after his childhood crush, Lisa Milano. And this is the box it came in. I bought it off Evil Bay. I think I got it for about 20 bucks. But I saw the movie a while back, and I just thought, you know, I love starships, and, you know, Battlestar Galactica, and Star Wars, Star Trek. I mean, all the ships are cool. But I saw this ship and I thought, that is one of the coolest designs I have ever seen. And I absolutely had to get it and light it and make a lighting kit for it. It's a Kenner product. And the first thing I did is took it out of the box and surmised it and realized that, you know, it's going to be kind of a trick to light it. But I ended up doing it. We're going to bring the ship into view here. And there's Star-Lord's Milano. One of the first things I did is realized I didn't really care for the factory paint job. You know, I mean, they're making them for kids and they do a nice job, but, you know, I mean, I've done enough ships. I'm pretty picky. And it had some weird little knobs on it, and I went and cut those off right away. And it had kind of a dull, you know, paint job. And if you see the movie, the Milano ship is like almost wet looking. It is super high gloss. So what I did is I gave this whole ship a real light dusting. As you can see on the decals here, the decals are cool, but they're, you know, factory, they match the movie, but they're pretty plain and flat and stupid. So I put just a real light dusting of Tester's diamond dust over the whole ship. I just masked off the windows, but the rest of the ship got it. And then I just laid on the wet look, Tester's wet look clear, and real heavy. And it's not showing up here as well in the camera, but I mean, it is, you know, wet looking. It looks real shiny. To light the kit, you know, I looked at it and I thought, okay, we'll take it apart. It had these yellow weapon lights in the front, and I'm just not a big fan of yellow. So the first thing I did is I took the ship apart, took them out, put blue ones in the place, and I just like that. I like that way better. I mean, the yellow matched the yellow on the ship, but so does the blue, and I just think blue is cool. But it does have, it's got, you know, it comes with, you know, some kind of cool sound and lighting functions. But I decided that I wanted to, you know, make Star-Lord's cockpit all lit up. And, you know, if he has any other guys show up, I might have to pick up, you know, Vin Diesel and Star-Lord's girlfriend and whatever. But right now, just Star-Lord's in the ship. And I looked it over and I thought, okay, we got to have weapons, you know. So I added our blaster weapon LEDs to the wingtips where the cannons, the cheesy little cannons were, that you push on the back and they pop out. You know, it's for kids. But the ship, excuse me, is now not for kids. This is a manned ship now. This has turned into a real respectable example of a movie model. What I did in the back, these engines right here, I cut them out. It was kind of a trick. First, I took some molding putty and molded the shapes of the insert part of the engine, and then I created them out of clear blue resin, and then I put LEDs inside. Sorry, I'm just getting over a cold. Anyway, I put LEDs inside the engines, and it really lit the ship up with a super wet high gloss that I gave the ship. The engines refract on that and just really look cool. I'll show you that in just a little bit. The wings, the ship came with quite a few decals, but they're pretty crappy. So what I did is I hand painted a lot of the wing inserts and wing tips and stuff, and then gave them that clear. The underneath, I did use a couple of the decals. I used there's an insignia decal here, and as you can see, I went over it with the diamond dust. What I like about that diamond dust is when you turn the ship, when you look straight at it, you can see the full decal. But when you turn it, the diamond dust kind of, just kind of hazes it out, which I just love that. And it does that through all the wings and all the parts. But there's all these little screws in it, so you got to get in there and take them out, pull the ship apart. It was, once I got inside, I realized, okay, this isn't going to be as hard as I thought, because Star-Lord and his companions, the cockpit area, has, all these seats and stuff, but it's raised about, I would say a good inch. The base of his, get this in my hand right, the base of his ship, there we go, is about an inch below the upper deck. So you got a good inch underneath there to work with lights and fiber optics and stuff to put in the cockpit. But it's such a cool model when it's done, and now that I've lit it and put extra weapons on it and everything, I just love this. This would be a great part of my collection. It's just cool. So we're going to turn on the lights and quit jabbering. First we'll turn on the main lighting, and I took the sides of the ship, and there's a kind of an entrance port there. I cut that out and filled that with resin. I just thought that made it look cool. It was just a little round silver circle before, but now when you when you push the weapons, the nose area is lit full time with some pulsating effect. But when you hit the weapons, it just kind of wipes the pulsating out and takes over, which is really kind of cool. That's pretty cool. And then underneath, as you can see, like I said, I cut, these were solid black, these underneath rear engines. I cut them all out, filled them all in with resin, and pre-molded them so it took on the shape of what they originally were. So instead of black, now they're originally the same, shape and little, engine lines and stuff, only they're in resin. And then I run some real fine micro wire. Thanks to Boyd Crompton a year or two ago, he had a video on little winding micro wire. It's so thin, like human hair almost. You can run that anywhere, and you could never. Okay, I'm back. And there's Star-Lord. He's just kind of hanging out in his Milano cockpit. And he looks pretty cool. the little guy that came with, you know, his figure. They did a nice job on him. He's got a beard and everything. He's pretty much movie correct. The interior was just black. So I went through and hand painted all the little details. There's little foot plates and they're kind of like I would say accelerator plates for your feet. There's side plates. There's a lot of little plates on the floor and throughout the ship. You can see I've kind of painted them with. Okay, then I went inside the ship and I put fiber optics throughout his whole, instrument panel area. I gave him kind of a forward screen. I cut that out and filled that in with blue resin. And that's kind of an instrument screen to, zero in on enemies and stuff. Then I put in some cabin lights throughout the ship just to light the whole interior up. As you can see, the seats are pretty much screen accurate. They were kind of a burgundy, rusty color. So I did the same thing with his seats. And did a couple more little fiber optic, entrance lights up here on top, and gave him some blinking instrument lights and some static instrument lights. But it looks really nice. I mean, inside when it's lit up, it looks really, really cool. Yeah, he looks like he's in there just getting ready to rock. But I really like how the rear turned out, the rear engines. That was kind of a feat. But if you're kind of an advanced modeler, moderate to advanced, you can do it. You just have to take them little engines and pre-mold them, cut them out, and put LEDs in their place, and then put the clear blue resin back over them, and bang, you got some engines. I could have went further and put engines up in the higher wing tips, because he does have engines up there. It's a pretty thin area. I may still do it later on. It just depends. I'm working on some of the other things now, but I might get ambitious. Oftentimes I go back to a model and rip it apart and do more to it. So we'll just see. But I'm pretty happy with this. I think we're going to offer this lighting kit, because I think there's a few modelers out there that may want to take Milano to the next level. Like I say, when it comes from the manufacturer, it just has that buzzing thing in the front, that kind of a V-shape deal, and it's cool, and it's yellow, and like I say, I hate yellow, but now mine's blue, and it's cool. So anyway, we'll show you them blasters. And I really like what that added to the ship. It's got a little micro switch under here. There we go. Bang. There. Now he's got wicked weapons. Yes. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And we'll put his little cockpit down. And that fits pretty well. You got to kind of push it just right. There we go. And then we'll hit his other weapons. So he's kind of weaponized to the max now. He's got, yeah. I put a little scene from him in the beginning of this video. I just love the part where he said, it reminds me of me when I was young. It's like, yeah, I forgot you were here. That's cool. That whole movie's fun. It's just a fun movie. It's basically for kids, but, it's any adult with any interest in fiber optics. I'm going over the top with my Reliant. So anything you need, we're here to help. That's cool. You gotta admit, that's a cool little ship. All right, man. Thanks, modelers, and have fun with your builds, and we'll see y'all again soon. sci-fi and all that we'll get a kick out of it. But there's the Milano lighting kit taken to the next level by Galactic Modeler. Yeah, neat. Well, I hope you enjoyed this, guys. Thanks for watching. If you decide you want to build one in, I'll help you. You know, the thing will be on the site, but I have modelers email me every day. I just had a guy email me and say, I need more